hours up.
28 hours up since we.
No, it's been tough.
Yeah, yeah, and it's just about lunchtime, we think, here at Bora Bora. It's 3:30 our time, I guess, back in the States. It's, what is it here, 11? 11:30?
Yeah, roughly. Well, it's 10.
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock.
Okay, I'm going to come get in the picture.
Okay.
Okay, now there's somebody up here intelligent, somebody who you'll be able to understand and will tell you the real, true story.
Somebody who's totally full of it.
Okay.
Probably all of you watching this fully know.
I just want everybody to know that what we did was we met in Dallas, we went to DFW, and the camera faded. So we met in Dallas, we flew to Los Angeles, laid over about 3 hours, and then we flew into Papeete, and we hung around the airport. We got in there about 3 in the morning. We hung around the airport until 7, at which time we caught a flight here to Bora Bora, and everybody's going to stay up, and we're going to go eat as soon as they have food. And we're going to go and show you the most famous part of the island over there, the Big Mountain.
We're rehearsing our show for later, and we'll be back with some form.
We have Hayden Crawford. He gets the little bed. This is our room here at the Hotel Bora Bora. Restless. Oh, who we have here? Is this Magnum PI?
Needless to say, Bob will be on the couch tonight.
That's correct. I will pay the price tonight, and I will bask in the glory of the beds for the next 2. Okay, we're going to take you outside now that you've seen our beautiful bungalow. Thank you. Surf, which apparently there's some kind of reef that surrounds Bora Bora, and you can see the waves breaking out in the background. And off in this direction, it'll be kind of hard to see, I believe, Maria. And we have Felix Acree. Give us a sign, Felix.
What?
Give us a sign. Closest, but next to that, on the far side, is Hayden adeptly points, ugly as he may be. Most famous view of Bora Bora. Here's some more over-the-water bungalows, but the, whatever that is, something, there it is. I may show it to you later. And here we have a world famous grunt fish. Oh, how bad was that?
Good. Well, it's still June the 10th, and we've all been up for about, 39 hours, and Hayden and Felix have both been drinking a lot of beer and alcohol, a lot of different things. I hadn't had anything, no beer, no alcohol.
A few drugs.
Drugs, it's a different story. I think drugs, are used for health and that kind of thing, so that's okay. But I guess everybody, which will probably just be me, take a shower, because these other 2 guys rarely shower.
I don't shower.
Hayden, I know Felix. Felix, do you shower?
No, I don't. I don't believe in it.
I prefer natural oil.
I'll take a shower, and they'll probably, we're going to go eat in a little while. We'll get back from dinner. They'll probably face Mecca and do a few prayers and rub some oil over their feet, which is about all the personal hygiene they're involved in.
But Bob, the real question is, are you going to brush your teeth?
What?
Are you going to brush your teeth?
What?
Are you going to brush your teeth?
And clean out your ears.
I hope not.
Another quick shot here. It's about a little after 5 local time, and standing up on the rail behind our hut. Give you a little shot of the mountain, a little shot of the worthless people who hang out here. Let's have it back. It's about 9:20 in the morning on
The 11th.
June the 11th, yeah, and you're supposed to have them back at 1 o'clock, but, you know, we just kind of...
We talked some French.
Yeah, the astute businessmen, we don't have to bring you back till 1:30, and we're going to go and give you a beautiful view of the island. Thank you.
Here's a view of our drive away from the Bora Bora towards the city of Vaitape.
Be sure and leave it on for, you know, 5 or 6 seconds. Show you a little bit of the east side or the back side of the island where we are.
Here's Bob at his best right here, showing some of his gymnastic ability.
You got it on?
Yeah, I think it's on.
Was the V on?
Yeah?
Okay, well get a shot. Come out here where you can get a shot of the,
This is a view of the east side of the island, the main mountain. You can see a pretty large cave up there. We're going to send Bob up later, and he's going to try to go up there and find out if any man has been up there.
But wait, now, show them out here, Felix. No, slowly, slowly, slowly. And this is the, these are the barrier islands that surround this main part of Bora Bora. I guess all of the barrier islands are considered to be part of Bora Bora as well.
Okay, here we are. We're on the northeast side of the island now, coming back around our swing back to the Bora Bora Hotel. This right here looks to be a shot maybe of of the main island, Tahiti. On now. Well, here we are on the only back road, the only road off the main road in Bora Bora. We are here. We are stuck. We're stuck. Our car is off. We're in serious trouble. Felix, show us some signs of your fear. That's good, Bob.
No fear at all.
No fear. Back on the road again. All right, we're on.
Yes, the tropical rainforest here. No white man has ever ventured down this path until now, when 3 lonesome travelers from the US of A decided, yes, it had to be done.
It had to be. It was there. We've done it. Felix, is there anything else you could say?
Is this one of the most exciting events of your young and vigorous lifehood?
I'm speechless.
Totally speechless.
And there it is, folks. Speechless at Bora Bora's back road.
Here's Hayden and Bob ordering, and what they have to put up with sometimes.
Trying to order.
That's right. That's a good point. See, it takes some time. We'll get their attention here in a little while. What do you think, Bob?
I get the cheeseburger like y'all got last time.
You get 3 cheeseburgers, please. 3 and 1 profile something.
That's a lot of response there.
Yeah, we're gonna take his stuff back to the room. Let's take his stuff back to the room and then come back with more food. Oh, you mean they'll serve it there? Yeah.
See, that's just what we... This is Margie. She taught me how to swim. I don't have to use my floaties anymore. And she showed me how to pick up coral, even though we didn't pick up any. But she showed me how to feed
Really
fish.
improving here. You now knows what a trumpet fish looks like. Why don't you describe it to us here?
Trumpet, it's got a little trumpet coming out on the end. And I know what a butterfly fish looks like and a parrotfish.
Have you seen a violin fish?
No, we didn't. Did we see any?
No.
We saw a lot of them. We didn't know what they were. But she showed me how to get food, get
You're not
bread
supposed
over
to
there.
tell the people that the instructor doesn't know what kind of fish they are.
Well, she pretty much knows what they are, but she just wasn't going to tell me on the first time because I probably couldn't remember it anyway.
Right, I didn't want to overload his sensory system.
That's right.
So we have to measure the capabilities of the student.
That's right. She knew my
Excellent
mental
student. Great
limitations.
potential. Great potential.
Great potential.
My mental limitations, so she cut it short there.
And that,
It was great. She showed me how to feed the fish with bread.
and that's the way it was on June the 12th, wasn't it, Felix? Okay. Just a little voiceover here.
Okay, we're
Just
approaching the bar here.
the bar here at the hotel.
Scene of the crime.
Bora Bora. This is candid. No one knows that they're on film.
This is the first.
Looks like some people from Waco here.
Uh-oh.
They don't know that they're being filmed.
Being taped on.
Yeah.
Look at those expressions.
Are we going to be invited while we see the movie?
These party animals from Waco. Yes, indeed.
You'll be invited to
Can
the
we
screening.
be invited to it to see the very first movie? I mean, before the rest of the trip.
Uncensored version.
The premiere,
Yeah.
well, the uncensored, we don't know. It could be delicate for married couples. Or at least we hope so.
Don't you show me permanently in until you let me see.
Okay.
I'm going to edit it first.
We'll edit that. And here we see many other people. There you see son Felix and son Hollywood Hayden. Wave to the camera, Hayden. Too late, too late.
This is a pan of our bungalow. This is about the fourth, fifth one down there. All the way back to the beach here. See, we got a lovely view here. This is inside the reef out here. We're just right here and probably going to swing right over here and see Mr. Hayden Crawford. He'll be sitting right here.
Hayden, give us the real, untold story as you read it in the Inquirer today.
Well, actually, you may be fooled into thinking that this is just a vacation. You guys are paradise, but it's actually a horror story.
A horror story?
Crap. On an island, no way up. Tahitians. Chicken wings.
Did you
Taking us down in the sand.
did you put the chicken wing on them? Are you going to tell them how we tried to leave the island today, but they said the flights were full? We're locked in the twilight zone of Bora Bora. This is your last shot of the beautiful 1983, June the 12th. You missed it by a day. See one James Felix Acree, as he was just yesterday, marooned, shipwrecked, and washed up on shore here at the Hotel Bora Bora. Look, right, there's life. There's still life.
Our first morning in Papiete. It's 8 a.m.
Felix just woke up, eh, Felix?
Felix and I are going to go into Papiete now, take the truck in, and Hayden decided to stay on the beach, which is probably a mistake because there's not that much sun this early in the morning anyway. It's only about 9 o'clock. Thought we'd just give you a shot of what it's like on the interior. Then we'll also give you a view of Papiete.
Checking it out. Thanks.
A little louder, son.
Down here. People are fairly interested.
You need to speak just a little bit louder.
It's kind of tough, local traffic to talk. But we're heading back to the beach somewhere. Lots of potential flies here.
What Felix said that we're on the truck and we're headed back to the beachcomber. He just didn't say it very loud.
Orange is here.
This is the Tahiti Beachcomber Hotel, where we are staying. And here are some malcontents. Get a little focus. Tell us something, Felix.
Well, it's been tough, but we managed to make some friends around the pool. And we're going to probably take you over there and introduce you to them.
What are their names?
Nadia and Linda.
Linda? Nadia? Did Hayden get to talk to him? No, he didn't. Why?
We don't know.
Because he was weak.
Okay.
sitting here by the pool, and we just wanted y'all to meet a couple of friends. Nadia, this is Linda. That's Bob.
Oh, that's good.
They're gonna show us around the pool.
That's good.
They're gonna show us inside.
You too.
They're gonna show us around.
Non, c'est le question. Il va poser des questions. Il faut parler.
Right? Right, see, they are. That's right, we've just been having rough. It's tough here. We're doing the best we can. We don't know if we're going to be able to handle it, but we're just hanging in there right now. We just wanted to give this report right now because we felt like it's the thing to do.
Okay?
Hey gang, here we are in Papeete. It's the 16th, about 5 p.m. Sun's about to set. Got my third, fourth glass of wine. It's been a damn tough day. All of us been entertaining actresses, starlets, you know, Italians, French ladies. I'm not really sure if we can survive. Felix here has bedded several of them already.
Don't believe any of that.
Okay, Felix, give us a little synopsis of where we are so far in the trip.
Well, we were over in Bora Bora for about 3 days, and now we've just come over to Papeete. It's our 4th day, and we're
Count that out. Count that out in Tahitian numbers.
That may be tough, but I'll try. Oe, Beta, Biti, Tota.
Toto.
That's discrepancy there.
Yeah, Toro.
Toro, Maha, and
Hey. That's 5.
That's as high as we can go right there. But anyway, getting back to that, back to reality, we're here, and this is our last day. We'll be leaving about 4:30 in the morning, and so we're going to try not to do anything to really, you know, put ourselves out.
Finally, some intelligent commentary from somebody who's eloquent and will get straight to the point.
Don't let him get away with that.
As Felix said, we'll be leaving on Air New Zealand, flight number 1 at 4:30 this morning for Auckland. And
You're seeing one of Bob's major features there. They're one of the really prized possessions of his body.
Tahiti's basically a good place. Bora Bora, you need to come with a girl or a date or whatever, but Papeete's got some things to do, and you know, there's people around in a number of restaurants. If we didn't really try that much, we'll go to a good one tonight. But anyway, we'll give you another report when we're somewhere driving through New Zealand. It's now June the 18th, and we left Papeete at 4:30 this morning, crossing international date line. Therefore, we're ahead a day. And we are driving through New Zealand. We drove into Hamilton and had lunch at a place called the Red Rooster. And hopefully we'll be able to give you some good shots here of what New Zealand looks like. Although it doesn't look like we're going to do that right here.
Well, I guess the word is we're our first national monument. Here's our historic view here.
There it is.
Pretty old. We figured it's ancient, maybe 100, 200 years old back in there.
That's old.
Yeah.
Sure. I don't know. I mean, he may be talking about that, but it's probably at least that old.
Yeah, at least that. That's what
We used to drive up alongside the road.
Hayden, we're on the way to the glowworm caves of Waitomo, and we thought this is a pretty good view, a good sample of the beautiful. We'll take a picture. We just got through visiting the glowworm caves of Waitomo, and now we just thought we'd pull over here and give you a little view of the countryside. They have stuff like these sheep all along these hills, and you know, in every imaginable place that there is. And just a little bit on the glowworm caves were very fascinating. They took you walk through the caves, which were discovered in about 1870, and
then you finally would get in a boat in the water and they pull you along. The only bad thing about it was everybody in the boat had to say, "It looks like the stars. It looks like the stars. It looks like the stars." They couldn't quit saying it looked like the stars. But those buses were intelligent to do it quickly. Thank you very much.
Just about our last shot here on June the 18th. Kind of interesting little segment of the road here. We're on Highway 30, which is one of the provincial highways, and it's just about dusk here. The sun's going down, so we're going to continue on into Rotorua.
And these are pools right here behind you. These are some geothermal pools in the area, and they just...
Speak up a little bit there, Felix.
Went swimming last night, and just came back over here to give you a little shot. Hayden will tell you how he feels about the whole town and how it's going.
Wait, it really, as you can see, it's a really built-up town. There's a lot of stuff here. Stinks like. Oh, God, it stinks here. It smells like.
Really likes it, though. He's thinking about moving back and making it his home.
It does not smell very good, but it's a nice town. It's got friendly people, and the pools were worthwhile last night. Maybe 100.
Right over here, we can see one of the hot thermal baths.
So you can see the smoke. The sun may be a little vicious there, but that's what that's like. And now
we're heading on down to Lake Taupo. See you there.
Okay. So the Wakaruru Wakamama National Park.
Yeah, that's close.
That's close, pretty close. So I'll give you a little of this real quick. We didn't get enough video yesterday of some of the scenery here.
Got 77 kilometers to go to Lake Taupo.
That's right, 77 km to Lake Taupo.
New Zealand has, I guess, the world's largest man-made forest, and this is still some more of the national park, and we just always give you a view here. It's really incredible. The whole island's basically like a national park, and you go from kind of being in the mountains, it's very hilly, down to this kind of thing through the trees and the forest. Okay, it was just about 2 minutes ago that we were in the tall trees that we just filmed, and now you have this kind of thing, and there are mountains off to our left that unfortunately we don't have a view of. Maybe we will after we make this next curve, but the scenery changes incredibly fast. And as I said, you know, it's just kind of like a big national forest, the whole northern island here.
And clicking off and clicking.
And now you can see in the far background some snow-capped mountains, and once again we're about another 2 minutes beyond our previous taping. Really spectacular.
Looking from a residential section, one of the better ones it looks like in this town, overlooking the lake. Back there in the background, a little bit to your left, you see the mountain, the volcano, Mount Egmont. It's one of the higher points in this place. You can see the snow cap. They ski on this place. This is the largest lake, I believe, in the North Island, and supposedly one of the most beautiful. The water is very clear and has a huge waterfall running into one side of it.
And you can't see them right now, but there were a number of boats out sailing on the lake, and we're going to go eat lunch.
That's a beautiful day. On the winding roads right off of Lake Taupo now.
Yes, where do we have lunch?
Oh, where was that place? Sunseeker, right?
No, the Sun Court. Look out, we're going to look. It's been going into these turns off. Look out, oh no. Oh.
Is it another? It's a hairpin.
Look out,
There we go. Oh my God, I'm going to have to stop.
It's the New Zealand 2000, and we're here behind the pack. Look at it, it's another hairpin turn. Oh no, coming around the corner. Oh, hang on. Oh, we pulled 2 to 3 feet on that mountain.
This is the mountains.
They are. The mountains, there they are. We missed the waterfalls, and we missed the big volcano.
We missed Tongariro National Park.
That's right. We were in it, but we missed it.
We're looking at Tongariro National Park.
Oh yeah, that's what we're filming right there. There it is. Let me point. Right there.
This was us, near death, at 110 kilometers per hour.
125.
120. $1.25. You saw it. Here we are. We're on the road to Napier, and
I don't know if you can see, it's just a dirt road, been on for about 30 kilometers, and we probably got about 110 or so more kilometers to go to Napier. Go slowly, pan slowly, very slowly, Felix.
Valley, there's a river, and apparently somebody called the sheep in to go eat or something. So it's really incredible view up here.
You failed to mention that this is a dirt road and has been for about 20 kilometers.
No, I said 30 kilometers.
Oh, for about 30 kilometers? And we don't know how much longer. We're going to go through that mountain range back over here, pass over it, to get to the bay, where Hawks Bay, where Napier is, our final destination for the night.
Okay, here we're viewing one of the man-made forestry. I think it's one of the third largest businesses in New Zealand.
And incidentally, we're finally off of the dirt road after about 40 kilometers, or 40 or 50.
June the 20th, and we're in Napier, New Zealand. We spent the night here last night, and we're going to give you a view here in a second of Hawks Bay. Really beautiful, and shipyard down below. And we're heading back to Auckland today, and we'll drive probably 360 miles. It'll be our last full day in New Zealand.
And now we'll give you a view of Hawks Bay here. Get a little better focus. It's about 8:45 in the morning.
It's early for us.
This is early. Here's the shipyards down below. And there's our car. I better get a good shot of that. Notice the dirt and grime from that dirt road. And that's it. That's the view of Napier. And we've just driven a few miles from Napier. I thought I'd give you a view of the black sand beach just north of Napier, and a view of the ocean here as it breaks in. And wait, what do we have here? Unbelievable! A couple of power walkers. These are the two Americans head for the Indonesian Championships. Hold on, men, could we get a word with you? Could we get a quick word? Just a quick word here, man.
Oh, yeah?
So you're training for the 1983 World Championships in Indonesia, is that correct?
Yeah, that is correct, yes.
What do you think of the advantage of this black sand beach?
We just think it's going to really increase our muscle tone, and we'll just be there.
Okay, and you're power walking about how many miles a day now?
Oh, 35, 30, 60. Yeah.
30, 60? Well, unbelievable. Good luck. What a special deal for us. What a special deal to get to talk to the two premier American power walkers.
Beautiful lake.
Wakarimona.
No,
Wakarimona.
it's Wakarimona. And we've been about, what, maybe 190 km from Napier, and
About 12:30.
no, it's about 12 o'clock.
About 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock. And Felix, get some pictures. Make sure you get that good focus, Felix. This lake has 56 miles of shoreline and is 840 feet deep at the deepest part. That's where the big catfish are, down there at the deepest part.
Oh, yeah.
I don't see any trot lines out, though. Good.
We're still in Uriwara National Park, and we're about to hook it on down here to the turnaround track for the Niwa Falls.
Let's go.
Okay, this is Bridal Bell Falls behind you. It's a Welcome to the Hulu National Forest, something like that.
Okay, get out of the way.
Bob's doing a real good job for us. Decided his problems with being able to speak.
And here are the, we think, Annie Nawinawana Falls.
That's close enough. That's Mary talk anyway.
That's it. They're 152 meters.
Where's one now there?
And here you have a shot of our just wrecked automobile, thanks to our driver, one Felix Acree. Oh, wait, do we have a casualty? What is this? Not the immortal Hayden Crawford. Speak. Yes, as Hayden and I were telling Felix, you'll notice the snow here along the roads. And we said, Felix, why don't you slow down a little? And Felix said, oh, this is no problem. You can be a Grand Prix driver. And you'll notice here,
Hi, Mom.
you'll notice we're okay.
Ask Bob how he was driving just before.
Hey, I was driving on the road the whole time. Now, if you'll notice the little branch here, and then notice this section where nothing would have stopped us for, oh, several hundred feet.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I just want to point out a few things here that I want you to see. This was my seat here. And then between my seat and the alleged driver's seat.
As you can see, I almost was crushed by the whole thing. If I hadn't pulled Bob's head out of the way, he probably wouldn't be with us right now.
Yeah.
You can see this is the tracks we followed coming in. Right here. There's the marks right there. It was ice. It was unexpected. I did not know there'd be ice here. And Bob had just given me a heart crusher 2 seconds before, and there's gonna be an inquiry about this.
We're here in Sydney at the Hyde Park Plaza Hotel, which overlooks Hyde Park. And just kind of to recap what happened yesterday, after the car rolled over, we're in a little bit of a bind because we're out in the middle of nowhere, and the question was, could we make it back to Auckland to catch the flight at 10:40 this morning? Well, as it turns out, we had to call a wrecker from Napier, which was a 3-hour drive. He came and picked us up. Back in the direction we came from. That's right, back to Napier where we spent the previous night. He came and picked us up, and we got back into Napier at 1 in the morning, and then we caught a flight this morning, June the 21st. We caught a flight at 8:30 into Auckland from Napier, and then we made our connection. So everything's fine, and we stayed on schedule.
Here we are on the 7th floor, overlooking beautiful Hyde Park.
That's right, room 705. And we'll give you a little view out the window in just a second. And it's June the 22nd, and this is Hyde Park, and our hotel's right behind Felix's building. And right behind us, you can see the Sydney Tower. We ate there last night. Right, we had dinner there last night. And then off to your left here, after it focuses on the Sydney Tower, off to your left is the Anzac World War I War Memorial. And we're getting ready to get on the Sydney Explorer. Sydney Explorer, which is a tour bus that goes like 17 kilometers around the city. You can get on and off however often you like.
Here we are at Sydney Square. This is stop number 14 on the Sydney Explorer bus. And this is the Cathedral of the Church of St. Andrew. It's built in 1837 or started, and then over here is the town hall. So we're going to go look through that. And this is a view of George Street, and that's the town hall again. Here you have a couple of the travelers waiting for the Sydney. We're now in an area called the Rocks, which is where Sydney was first settled. You can see the Sydney Bridge, the Harbor Bridge in the background. It is the machine. And here's a view down the other side, some of the buildings in Sydney. And here you can see Felix and Hayden. And in the background, we're here under the Harbor Bridge. Here's a view of the harbor. here at the Australian Wine Center for free tastings. And
well, you know, we've been in here tasting some wine. Hayden's going to give you a rundown of different wines and how good they are.
tell us everything you think you know.
Do they taste like meat?
Yeah, they do.
Well, that's good.
These really are excellent wines, and they're under $10, and they're equivalent to our $20 and $30 California wines.
Which we don't buy because they're overpriced.
That's right, 'cause they're overpriced.
Thank you very much. And here you have a view of the front of the Opera House here in Sydney. A couple of the tourists. And we're going to go inside.
This is a view of the Sydney Harbour Bridge.
Known as the Harbour Bridge.
Just missed a hydrofoil. It's too bad, but
Got a big boat coming on your right. On your right.
Container ship. And you can see the edge of the Opera House again. And as I said, we're going to go into the Opera House at this time.
Which is about 1 p.m.
1 p.m. That's great. And here we are up by the Opera House. You can see the view out here towards the bridge. And show you a little of the structure. And here's the restaurant. Sits at the front, looks like a rather nice restaurant. Thought we'd give you a quick view here of Sydney. There's the tower where we ate last night, the Sydney Tower, and the downtown area. And this is view down King's Cross, which is kind of the Bourbon Street of Sydney. And that's it. And here's some more of King's Cross.
This is the famous sparkler fountain.
That's it. And over here, you'll see the restaurant of our largest customer in Sydney.
We think he's from Texas.
We think it could be 132 5-pound cakes last year. We missed it, and now we've got to do what?
We get to stay in beautiful Sydney instead of beautiful Bali.
That's right, one extra day
Not good.
here in Sydney, and that's not what we wanted to hear. And today is June the 23rd, and we're pretty bummed out. You can see, I don't know if you can see Felix's eyes are very bloodshot from the tears. He's more than upset. Hayden trying to console him. But anyway, we'll give you a report later. Thank you. Good night.
25th, and we're here at the Shangri-La Hotel in Singapore. We're getting ready to leave for Bali as soon as we find out about our tickets. Last night we went to the Hotel Raffles and got a Singapore swing, which is where it was originated. We also went down to Boogie Street, bought some glasses, $8. Clean that lens there, and we'll just give you a little view here. The humidity is about 85%, and this is a view out of our hotel here, the Hotel Shangri-La. Hold on. There you go.
Big tree down there. Great.
June 26th, here in beautiful Bali. Sun's about to set. About 20 to 5 right now. I'm getting a massage here. It's costing me about $2. Like 30 minutes a minute.
2,000 rupees, you paid too much.
I paid 2,000 rupees. Bob says too much. I say it's okay.
It's too much.
Together.
Oh, double up and catch up.
If just me 1 hour, because together half hour.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And it's good. And here we are in Bali, first full day, having a great time.
Okay, we'll give you a little view out here of the beach. We did quite a bit of body surfing today. You can see the waves breaking. Well, now you can see the waves breaking. And we have tonight and 2 other nights here in Bali. And you can see off in this direction the sun will set in about 20 minutes. And then up here, this is a view of the outer edge of the Hotel Bali Oberoi Kuta Beach. Give you a little view here of the sun, just since it's come below the clouds there, just about to go down.
Get another view of me.
Hyten's still getting his massage. And I guess we're just going to eat dinner at the hotel tonight. Thanks.
Good morning. It's 6:27:83. It's about 9 in the morning. It's our second morning here at the Oberoi. We're at Lanai 234. This entire complex, the Oberoi complex, was built on top of an ancient village called Kayuaya Village. It was originally a exclusive foreign private club built in 1973 over the village, and then the Oberoi took it over in 1978.
The Kayuaya Village is built, or the hotel is built in on and around the Kowloon village, and it used to be here, and you can see around us some ancestral shrines that they have. They're still all over the place, and they all the time are making different kinds of gestures to them and leaving offerings and things to them. You can see them laying around every morning.
And here you have a shot of the pool at the Bali Oberoi. Looks like a... That's right. There they are. More Texans everywhere. And you can see they have the little double turtle fountain. And the pool is very nice. And there you have Felix Acree. Thank you. Here you see... Yeah, oh no, it's rolling. Okay.
It's clicking.
Is it?
It did. It just did it twice. It stopped.
Okay. Anyway, if we still have tape, we're actually out in the surf here. It's a little bright back into the sun. But as you can see, we've all been body surfing today, and it was
There's a monster out there. Look at that one.
It was very vicious.
Catch that one right there, Bob. Bob went down 3 times. We know we lost it.
Yeah. So you can actually experience it. And here's the view down the beach. Yeah. That's towards Kuta Village.
That's a double.
And we'll get a little body surfing action later. Here's a little of the view here. It's covered up now. And here's back. You can see
8 o'clock in the morning on June the 28th, and we got up about an hour and a half ago, and we're driving to Mount Batu. We're driving about an hour and 15 minutes. There's some apparent rice paddies back in the distance. These are from Bob's children.
Got it?
Yeah.
Down here is Lake Batu, and Mountain Batu are here. Mount Agung back behind me. And we're heading towards the restaurant right now.
This is, you can see out here, that was the last eruption in 1963.
Which one?
This black lava flow down here. And he says up on the top crater is 1917 eruption. The lower crater is 1963.
That's it.
No, thank you.
Walk around here so you can see the mountain.
We're at the Temple Batu here. And this is it. These will give you a little fan of what it looks like. There are Buddhists here. It's interesting that our driver Our driver could not come in because a member of his family had passed away within the past 12 days and they can't go to a holy place. That's a dog that keeps barking. It doesn't like Hayden.
That dog follows me everywhere I go. Let's walk around here, keep it going and walk around here so we can see the mountain. Standing around, talking to some of the locals here, rapping with them.
Women are all over us.
Yeah.
That's right. They're on Bob's level. He's got a chance with these women for once. That's the mountains in the background and the volcanoes we just showed a while ago.
Yeah, they've just been over praying over here. And now we thought we'd get a picture. Carpentry, something. They got their hammers. It works. Good deal.
That's the hammer right there. Enough.
Bali, heading back towards Kuta Beach. Just give you a shot of the island here. Some of the people, I'm going to keep giving some shots on down. Again, here's the mountain in the background. Rice fields off here to the right. Okay, just want to show y'all some of the women carrying the baskets on their heads. Patty, how much weight can they carry on their heads?
It's what they can carry it until 40 kilograms or 80 pounds.
80 pounds. Almost back to the beach. All right. Valley O'Brien.
This is the drive we have to go through the rice paddy down here.
Into the Oberoi itself. Approaching the reception area.
And here's the view down the steps towards the reception area.
Oh, hi, Bob. Follow us. We're going to go down to the reception area.
Let me show them the little shopping arcade off here to the right.
Hey, Bob.
Here, you want to go pick up your film?
Yeah, I'll go check the 16. Probably not in yet.
Yeah, it is. And they have a few little shops along here. And here's another little view of the hotel. And then out to the surface is just a little sitting area. That's it. And you can see the restaurant here as we walk through. It's all open air. And here's the little outdoor area for dining for breakfast and lunch. And the little wood carver hut here. And then from this little outdoor breakfast area, it's where they prepare the food for lunch and dinner. Then you come up to the pool area just over here.
Bar to the left.
And then here is the bar in this little square thatched roof building. And here's a shot inside the little bar here. That's all we're going to show you of the hotel. Thank you. One last view of the sunset here in Bali. And the sun's going to go down in just a few minutes right there, although we can't see it for the clouds. And now we're on the jumbo ferry for the free ride over to the floating restaurant.
It's real nice and peaceful down here.
That's beautiful. A lot of black smoke and stuff.
Lots of rubber. Whole lots of rubber.
We have a close-up view of the jumbo floating restaurant. And I thought I'd give you a view inside here, inside the jumbo floating restaurant. It looks pretty interesting. We may come back here one night and have dinner. And I thought I'd give you one last shot here. It's in focus. There we go. This is the top of the staircase. And we're now on the Peak tram, headed up to Victoria Peak, and it's about 25 minutes until 7 in the evening. This is a view out over Hong Kong, and we're on Victoria Peak. You can see we're looking back at Kowloon. Kowloon, and we're on Hong Kong Island. Yeah, over here is the Star Ferry, and
it's about 10 till 7 p.m.
Yeah, our hotel is somewhere directly across there, just behind. Yeah, just right there's the peninsula where we're staying, and we're very fortunate to have a sunny day. And it'll be getting dark in about, a half hour or so.
The clouds are rolling in over us.
We're up just a little higher, a little better vantage point. Thought we'd give you one more shot.
Show the Star Ferry. I mean, show the what do they call that thing?
Peak restaurant or something. There's Highton.
Show the storm back over here rolling in.
Okay. We're aboard the hydrofoil from Hong Kong to Macau. About a 70 or 80 minute trip.
Right.
Cover the 40 miles, and just a little view out the window here.
You can see anything. There's China in the background out there, we think. We're on the Flying Sandpiper.
Flying Sandpiper, and we'll report back from Macau. We'll
get a picture.
Hold on.
Here's a view from our hydrofoil of a jet foil racing past us a little bit faster, heading to Macau. Here we are in Macau. Whoa, just almost had a truck run over me. That's communist China right there.
Apparently we can't go beyond this point for some reason.
Ask him.
I asked him, he just did.
Yeah, where is this?
Right through that hole is where the communist Chinese sneak through into Macau. We're looking along the fence line here on the border of China.
Okay, we're sitting at the table that was erected especially for the signing
of the 1844 treaty, the first between the United States and China, signed by Caleb Cushing and Viceroy Yi. The treaty declared a perfect, permanent, and universal peace between the two countries. Right here, this table, 1844. You were there.
We're reenacting it right now.
We did it just a minute ago.
Tree.
This is Joe. Joe, he's driving us around, and this tree's about, what's that, 400 years old?
450.
Notice it grew separately out here, and then the tree has grown together, and the legend has it that when a boy and girl at one point wanted to fell in love, wanted to get married, the tree grew together for them.
But they died. They killed themselves.
Did they? After the tree grew together?
No, before, and that's why it did.
Oh, okay. You've got the real inside story. We read it in the Inquirer this morning.
This is de Monte, as you can see here in Macau. And this is a fort founded by the Spanish or Portuguese Jesuits back in the 16th century, just to handle all of Macau. We're going to take you inside and around everything else.
And this is the entrance to the fort, which was erected in 1626. And you come around here and see all kinds of neat things like this. Here's a view of Macau from the fort here. It's 6 square miles is the total size of the city. 400,000 people live here. You can see some of the cannon. They're still here along the wall. And here's another little view of the cannon and so forth here along the fort. You can see back here some interesting things. Okay, here's our guide Joe over here. Rented a car, 160 Hong Kong dollar. There's 7 Hong Kong dollars to 1 US. And look out, Felix coming through. And you can see off in the distance, that is, we're looking at Macau on this side. What's the name of the river?
Pearl River.
Pearl River, and that's Red China over there. And half the river belongs to Macau, half belongs to Red China.
And back over to your right here, Bob, is the Cathedral of Sao Paulo.
Oh, yes.
It burned down. It was built back in 1602, and it burned down.
And that's all that's left. And here we have Hayden with an interesting story about the cathedral down here.
Joe, our guide, about this. This again is the Cathedral of Sao Paulo. It was built in 1602, and back in the early 1800s, the thing 1835, the thing burned down. It just leaving this front facade. Well, they decided it was an act of God because at the same time it was a typhoon. There was no electricity at the time, of course, and the typhoon was throwing waves, tremendous waves up into the city. The people were trying to escape, and they used the lights of the fire of the burning cathedral to make it up to the high ground. And the wind miraculously changed at the end and saved the facade, so they've left it just like it was back in 1835.
And here's a picture of the Sao Paulo Cathedral. The front of it, this is, as Joe, our guide, said, is the most famous landmark of Macau. Get a little view of it there. That's it. Street after just seeing the Sao Paulo Cathedral, the facade.
Looks just like downtown Bushtown.
That's it. Big, so there's Hazard's drugstore right over there. Here you see the Chinese gunboat in the middle of the river,
370.
which keeps the Chinese from coming across. We are now aboard the jet foil heading back to Hong Kong. It is 5 minutes after 4. The jet foil should take about 40 minutes as opposed to about 70 minutes on the hydrofoil. And this is a much smoother and quieter ride. Jetfoil holds about 260 people. And that's a little view of the trip. See if we can find anybody we know. There's Highton. There's Felix. And here are the people boarding the Star Ferry. And here you have the view as we are crossing the Hong Kong Harbor. And over there is the Star Ferry terminus. And right there is our hotel, the Peninsula. And we'll give you a little shot of Hong Kong. And there are quite a few more boats over on this side. Hayden and Felix. Hayden always does have things confused. He's riding backwards again. And here's a shot of our hotel, the Peninsula. And the Peninsula has green Rolls Royces for their hotel cars. And they have 4 of them. We'll walk in and see if we can give you a view of the lobby. And here you have a brief view of Felix getting our key. And the lobby here. It's nice.